for saving Raphael and our research facilities. I'd like to offer you compensation to the full extent of my authority.
Hello and welcome back to the Eyes of Old Gaming channel for another walkthrough in Starfield. This time we're taking a look at the mission Entangled on Nishina. So really quickly, a spoiler warning. Obviously it's a walkthrough, but I just want to do a spoiler warning. I am going to go through the mission, so if you don't want to know, then I can't help you. Okay, so with that out of the way, I'm going to let you know this is the walkthrough in order to have what I think is the best result, where you save everybody in the research station as well as saving Raphael. You end up with the best reward payout, and you also can recruit Raphael afterwards. So in order to do this, you need to actually merge the different universes. We'll get to that in a moment here. I've also seen some other guides and walkthroughs on this, but I'm going to do something that they don't do. I'm going to give you encouragement here. And by that, I mean, when I tried doing this, I was looking at some guides and they didn't really make it too clear when or where. They say that if you basically choose the wrong thing, you're going to screw it up and you can only pretty much save Raphael, or you can only save the station. I kept thinking that I was screwing it up and just, jumping the gun here, but no. I'm going to show you exactly where your choices actually do make a difference. So when you first start, you're going to go and talk, or you're going to go through the mission steps, talk to the security, go through. You're going to be jumping back and forth between universes. This is all fine. This is nothing that's going to affect the end result. Keep going, keep going. You're going to end up talking to the director, and she's going to ask you if you want to get some optional supplies before you go in. I suggest that you do. If you talk to the doctor, then you can get some supplies. If you happen to find her journal leading up to that, you can give her a journal and she'll give you a little bit extra, but not a big deal. Basically, just keep following the waypoints. It'll tell you where to go. Keep following it. You'll end up going down into the research area, taking the elevator. You'll need to start hopping between the two universes. This is all fine. Everything that you're doing is fine. You don't have to worry about making the wrong choice here. Just keep hopping through the different universes. It's going to take a long time. This is where I got a little concerned because it was taking so long. But it's really not a big deal. You just keep hopping between the universes and you're going to eventually come out and you'll see this big machine here that's shooting a laser, basically. Now, when you see this big machine, this laser, you're going to get all these different waypoints that pop up. This is where it matters. This is where you got to pay attention as to what you're actually doing. Don't do or don't follow those waypoints. That's going to screw you up, so don't do it. Instead, what you want to do is you want to go inside that room. Then you want to head over to the other side here, but make sure you're going to get attacked by these alien things, so just kill them. Clear them out as best you can. It's better if you just clear them all out in the beginning. Just don't hit any switches. So you come around to the other side of the room, and then what you're going to do is you're going to have to be in the, we'll call it the alien universe and the, we'll just call it the alien universe and the other universe, okay? So the other universe is like the nice, happy one that everybody's alive except for Raphael. So it's not really that happy, but whatever. Those are the two universes, alien universe and other universe. So when you come to the other side, you need to be in the alien universe to actually come into this room here. And then what you want to do, you're going to switch over to the other universe. There's going to be two different consoles. You want to go to the one in the middle of the room here as quickly as you can. And then it's going to be a master lock, so it's going to be a bit of a pain. But once you unlock it, you can actually shut down, or you can make the robots, the turrets, everything friendly, disarm the alarm, that kind of stuff. So do all that first. So then what you need to do is you need to hop back over to that alien universe. In order to leave this room, you switch back into the other universe. And you go down the stairs, you'll find Raphael's body. Take his instructions. That's the probe calibration protocol, and you're going to have to follow this. So what you do is you go back to the control room, which means you're going to have to switch back to the alien universe to get in there. Then you switch back to our other universe, and you're going to start that, initialize that degaussing.
This isn't.
Once you initialize degaussing, it's going to give you some switches, some numbered switches. These are going to be different from what mine are. They're different on different playthroughs. They might be the same, but they're probably going to be different. So you need to take note of what these numbers are. That's because you're not going to be given waypoints on this. So it's not going to be a mindless mission here. You actually have to do a little bit of thinking or a little bit of remembering. So remember your numbers, write them down, whatever you need to do. So at this time, it might also be a good idea to pick up this calibration test on the right side of the console. I don't think you really need it because as far as I know, it's always going to be the same frequency here, but basically just check it just in case. Once you pick it up, it says that the intake frequency needs to be 34 gigahertz, okay? So remember that, 34 gigahertz, or check yours and remember what's on there. Okay, from there you know the drill. Just basically switch over to your alien universe to get out of this room, then switch back to the other universe. Now those numbers that you had for degaussing, this is where this comes in. You gotta find those numbers on the switches. Go and switch those. So go find each one. Mine was 3, 5, 6, 7. So you go and find, if yours are the same, you go find 3, turn it off, turn it on, 5, off, on. You basically do that for all the switches that it says. Now, I've heard that you can just switch to the alien universe and then do the same thing, but that never works for me. What I had to do was I had to actually go back to the control room after I did that. Then I initiate the frequency calibration. And then basically you can't really do too much yet. What you got to do is you got to go back out of the room. So switch to alien, or sorry, before you go out of the room, switch to alien and then do the degaussing for that. It'll give you some new switches to switch. Stay in the alien universe. Do the same thing that you did before. Switch off, switch on the different switches that it tells you to do. Then you go back to that control room, initiate your frequency calibration, and what you need to do is you need to play with these numbers. You just change it until your intake becomes 34 gigahertz. You aren't going to know what the outtake is. It doesn't matter. You're just playing with it until you get 34 gigahertz on the intake. Just keep playing with it. Just keep changing numbers here. At this point, you're going to get a waypoint to the primary calibration control. This is the first time the waypoint is actually going to be correct after you've gotten to this room. This one you do follow. You go there. You activate it in both universes, so you're going to have to activate it in one universe, then switch over to the other universe and activate it there. Then you're going to get a cutscene. And you're done. So you end up waking up and everybody's happy. You get your nice big reward. Raphael tells you that he's still alive. He's happy about that. He's going to go to New Atlantis in Jemison. And so after you get rewarded, everybody's happy. Everybody thanks you. You can head over to Jemison, New Atlantis, go to the Viewpoint Bar and recruit him just like normal. Or, I mean, just like you would anyone else. And yeah, that's how you get the best result, or in my opinion, the best result in this Entangled mission in Starfield. Please do like this video if it was helpful, and also subscribe for more. I have a bunch of Starfield videos coming out, and I have a bunch of other walkthroughs on the channel already. Also on the channel, I've got reviews for other games, retrospectives for old games, so definitely check those out. You might find something that you like there. Anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to watch today, and until next time, take care.
Let me know if you need something.
It's good to see you again. I was wondering if you were going to stop by. Thanks again for getting me back to New Atlantis. The Viewport still makes their drinks just the way I remember. I've had more than one, believe me. And a good meal, too. That did wonders. I'm still a little